Denver Airport is in the news again, but this time something doesn't add up. New discoveries are emerging and raising more questions than answers. And what is being discovered may be more disturbing than anyone expected. But before we delve into the depths of these secrets, I need to ask you a question that's dividing opinions and causing arguments in the comments. Many people say it's just marketing, but those who work there have a very different and frightening story to tell. Comment below, marketing or reality? I want to see who has the courage to tell the truth. Stay with me until the end, because the last story on this list, about a passenger from a parallel world, will make you question everything you know about our own existence. Let's get straight to the first mystery: secret tunnels. If you look at Denver International Airport, it will appear to be a busy airport like any other, but beneath the terminals lies a hidden world. In the early 1990s, engineers built miles of tunnels to house a state-of-the-art automated baggage handling system. The idea was audacious, but the system spectacularly failed. The carts collided, the software malfunctioned, and the luggage was destroyed. Nobody knows what really happened, and then the tunnels were abandoned. Over the years, rumors began to circulate. Some claimed that the airport sits atop secret underground bunkers where aliens are hidden or studied. The rumors seem true, as even today, travelers report hearing frightening voices from deep within the earth. Official cover-up. Denver International Airport has been the epicenter of theories about for years. Aliens and secret societies. The reason? Bizarre symbols and designs that look like they came straight out of a science fiction movie. For the authorities in the mainstream media, it's all just imagination. They claim that the arts are merely tributes to indigenous culture. Strange symbols are, in fact, building codes. Despite the explanations, the atmosphere of cover-up, it's strong. For many, the rush to dismiss everything as unfounded only increases the suspicion that something big is being hidden beneath those clues. Forbidden Room. Denver Airport, nicknamed by many as the Gates of Hell, has just gained a new dark chapter. What was just a rumor about the New World Order, it took on frightening proportions with an alleged real-time incident. A passenger, intrigued by the disturbing murals in the terminal, ended up going too far. By pressing a random button in an elevator, he didn't arrive at a boarding gate, but rather at a secret room. The live stream captured images that look like they're straight out of a nightmare. People wearing red clothes, enigmatic masks, a ritual in progress in the heart of one of the world's busiest airports. The live stream was abruptly interrupted, and since then, the man's whereabouts are unknown. Could he have trespassed on a sacred space belonging to an occult cult? Denver holds secrets that shouldn't be seen by outsiders. Alien graffiti. Is there a hidden city beneath Denver's asphalt? The airport admits there are miles of tunnels where people work, but what the workers have found down there goes far beyond technical maintenance. For many, these symbols are the ultimate proof of a secret base protected by the government. Although no one has seen little green men walking through the boarding gates, the silence of the authorities and the contradictions in the accounts only strengthen the theory that Denver is the hiding place of something non-human. Ritual of worship. An airport cargo worker noticed that a door that had been sealed for years had suddenly opened. Driven by curiosity, he went inside, and what he saw was shocking. People dressed in white chanted in a strange ritual, their movements deliberate and bizarre. He managed to record a blurry video, enough to reveal an occult cult carrying out its activities in secret. Almost immediately, the footage was taken down without explanation. The scariest part? The employee never came back. This made everyone question things. Are some areas of the airport just a facade, or could they be the gateway to something much darker? Leave your opinion in the comments. Blucifer's mystery. Denver International Airport's iconic blue Mustang statue, nicknamed Blucifer, has been vandalized. Airport officials confirmed that orange paint was discreetly applied to the statue's legs. Crews are working to remove the paint without damaging the statue, while Denver police investigate the incident. But the incident raises questions that go beyond vandalism. Why was this statue installed in the first place? And why does the name Blucifer seem to derive from Lucifer? Some believe it is more than art, a satanic symbol placed there to slowly normalize satanic forces. For others, it is a clue about secret cults operating behind the airport walls, subtly influencing those who pass through there every day. Strange balloon. While Denver Airport hides secrets underground, the city's skies also seem to have something to say. On Friday morning, the metropolitan area stopped to film a bizarre object that instantly went viral on TikTok. Even with the official confirmation, those who saw it up close weren't convinced. Witnesses and enthusiasts point out that the movement was erratic, deviating from the standard of conventional weather balloons. The format was unusual, resembling more a complex technological structure than a simple piece of scientific equipment. For many, Denver has received yet another hidden visitor under the guise of government science. Could it be alien technology operating in plain sight, or simply an advanced experiment? Pale presence. The list of strange events and sightings at Denver Airport continues to grow. A photographer working on an airport advertisement didn't notice anything unusual at first. It was only later, while editing the photos, that he saw a pale woman peering through a window. Her presence was unsettling. Was it just a trick of the light? Or had Denver's gloomy reputation transformed the airport into a place where trapped spirits linger? This eerie image left many wondering what truly lurks behind the airport's glass and walls, and why some visitors or entities seem reluctant to leave. Orbs in motion. At Denver Airport, something unusual caught everyone's attention. Several bright orbs moved slowly in straight lines, perfectly spaced, floating behind the clouds only to reappear moments later. What bothered observers most was the fact that airports are controlled and heavily monitored spaces. However, these lights moved freely, without explanation. Some began to wonder if extraterrestrials were showing interest in large airports, testing how far they could travel without being noticed. For many, it was more than just a strange light show. It seemed like a silent probe, a warning, a sign that these centers of human activity were being observed by something beyond our world. They are moving. Hidden base. A TikTok user was about to board a plane at Los Angeles Airport and was recording a video for her content when suddenly she noticed that the floor was illuminated. To check, she zoomed in with the camera and saw a small area emitting red lights while the rest of the floor was completely normal. The video went viral within hours. Some dismissed the possibility of it simply being a ground-level installation, but others remained unconvinced. Los Angeles International Airport has long been the subject of rumors about hidden tunnels and secret facilities. And this, it didn't look like decoration. It seemed controlled, alive. For a moment, I had the feeling that the airport was hiding something right under everyone's feet, a secret base or a gateway to another world. Demonic disguise. At an airport, a man was waiting near the counter, appearing completely normal until something caught the attention of the security camera. His clothing shifted, and what appeared were not human legs, but hooves. The images shocked security. Later, when the authorities rushed to investigate, the man had vanished without a trace. It became clear that he wasn't a man at all. He was a demon disguised as a traveler. And the scariest part? You never know for sure if the person next to you is even human. Mass disappearance. These videos from an airport show some truly unbelievable events. A girl walking through the terminal disappeared midway. But it didn't stop there. Travelers waiting nearby also disappeared, one after another. The airport was in chaos. It wasn't a camera malfunction or an edited video. The security cameras clearly captured the moment. Many now believe these were alien abductions, with invisible portals silently pulling humans in plain sight. The once routine airport had become a secret gateway to the unknown, leaving witnesses terrified and authorities perplexed. Forced warning. At Denver Airport, a woman suddenly began reading a letter, her voice trembling, while people stopped and stared. She claimed she didn't feel normal and was being forced, stating that her children would be at risk if she refused. The message she read hinted at a serious incident that could affect the United States, and the way she delivered it made it clear she was under pressure. Witnesses quickly grabbed their cell phones, trying to understand what was happening. Surprisingly, she insisted on taking a polygraph test and pleaded for protection. Within moments, the authorities intervened and took her away. Since then, there have been no concrete updates on the case. Only one question remains. If she was telling the truth, who were the powerful forces capable of controlling her? Airport mystery. On July 7, 2010, Shaoshan International Airport in Hangzhou, China, closed its airspace following reports of a mysterious object in the sky. Passengers and air traffic controllers spotted bright lights that did not correspond to any known aircraft. From 8:45 p.m. to 9:41 p.m., 6 departing flights were canceled and 12 arriving flights were diverted to Ningbo, Wuxi, and Shanghai, leaving nearly 1,000 passengers stranded. Airport officials confirmed the sightings, but no explanation was given. Chinese media quickly reported the event, and the Civil Aviation Administration announced an investigation. To this day, the object remains unidentified, leaving the skies over Hangzhou shrouded in mystery. Passenger possessed. The passengers were waiting for their flight when a young woman suddenly started screaming and cursing, attacking the people around her. She seemed completely out of control, almost as if possessed. Security tried to calm her down, but nothing worked until she was finally taken to the boarding gate. Incidents like this are causing people to question airport security, as strange events seem to be happening more frequently in places once considered safe. Strange behavior. An American Airlines passenger was caught on camera growling and hissing during a flight. Passengers on an American Airlines flight from Los Angeles to Salt Lake City faced a frightening situation when a man suddenly began growling, hissing, and acting violently. He yelled at other passengers, confronted the crew, and even chewed on his mask while staggering down the aisle. Authorities calmly removed him as soon as they landed, but many on board sensed something strange, as if he wasn't entirely himself, as if he were under the influence of an invisible force. The FAA now emphasizes zero tolerance for this type of unruly behavior, but questions remain about what was actually controlling him. He was swearing, yelling, and making obscene gestures. Reptilian panic. On June 30, 2023, something strange happened on a plane at Zadar Airport in Croatia. A British boxer suddenly panicked and began shouting about something no one could see, calling it a demon. People around him tried to calm him down. The video first appeared on TikTok but was quickly removed, only to resurface and go viral on other platforms. Fans of The Simpsons noticed the strange connection to the series, which once hinted at the presence of reptilian beings living among humans unnoticed. Most reports of this type come from the United States, leading us to question the existence of secret societies or aliens as possible sources. After that day, the boxer disappeared. Things took a dark turn when a woman from the same plane claimed there was a passenger with a reptilian appearance. Apparently, the reptilian creature was only visible to a few. Portal abduction. Following the shocking kidnappings at the airport, another case came to light. A girl suddenly disappeared, leaving her luggage behind. The girl who was right behind her screamed in terror, not understanding what had just happened. By all accounts, she was teleported through a secret portal, invisible to everyone else. The once ordinary airport now hides a chilling secret, and humans are not always safe, with powerful forces watching, lurking, ready to strike at any moment. During a flight, a disruptive passenger left everyone apprehensive. A woman suddenly began acting strangely, climbing onto the seats and reaching out to touch the ceiling. She seemed irritated, almost out of control, as if something had possessed her mid-flight. The passengers froze as she moved unpredictably, drawing everyone's attention to herself. Even the crew and security tried to calm her down, but nothing seemed to work. The situation persisted throughout the flight without any clear explanation. Only after landing was she finally removed from the area. For those on board, it didn't seem like a normal outbreak. It seemed like something far more disturbing had taken control. Airspace closure. This one is quite recent, dated February 6, 2026, near El Paso Airport. A strange video began circulating online just hours before authorities suddenly closed the region's airspace. What the citizen filmed were bright, unsettling orbs hovering silently above the horizon. Authorities claimed the closure was due to a balloon in restricted airspace, but local residents remained unconvinced. The object remained completely still, unlike any drifting balloon, leading many to believe it was an extraterrestrial spacecraft. The sudden closure of the airspace only worsened the situation, suggesting something the authorities didn't want the public to see. It was, without a doubt, a failed attempt to hide the truth. Contact with UFOs. Area 51 has always attracted attention for strange sightings, and this time, someone managed to capture something unusual. A disc stopped silently above a military aircraft and disappeared almost instantly. Its movement did not appear random. It ascended with a precision unlike any known aircraft. This wasn't just a secret. It was a clear sign that Area 51 is more than just a base. It could be a starting point for a spaceship from another world. Alien chase. On a remote hillside near an airport, a witness recorded something terrifying. A huge, dark spaceship landed on the ground. He started recording immediately, but then spotted strange, alien-like entities casually walking by. Suddenly, they noticed him and began chasing him. The recording ended abruptly when he lost control of the camera. What happened next remains a mystery. The man was never found. Only his cell phone was left behind. Did aliens abduct him? And what secrets did that spaceship hold? Flying object. A woman filming the New York City skyline during a flight captured something strange. A cylindrical object crossing the sky at very high speed near LaGuardia Airport. Initially thought to be an insect, the video showed that the object was outside the aircraft. Even her father, a former Navy officer, couldn't identify what it was. Other passengers also reported seeing the same phenomenon, and analysis ruled out a drone or insect, pointing to something moving at an unusual speed. Days later, on February 10, 2026, a new case drew attention. A gigantic object was seen hovering over El Paso, Texas, shortly before the temporary closure of the local airport for safety reasons. Witnesses described the object as a huge point with strange emissions. Although the FAA stated that there was no threat and reopened the airspace, speculation arose that military operations or something unknown might be behind the events. Wild voices. A woman was waiting at Cleveland Airport in Ohio on September 23, 2025, when she began hearing very strange noises echoing through the empty terminal. At first, she thought it was just the building, but then the sounds became stranger, like wild voices coming from nowhere. She took out her cell phone and recorded it, and the video quickly went viral. Wild voices. Wild voices. People on the internet were convinced it must be alien activity right there at the airport. Black magic. Customs officials at Dubai Airport detained a Tanzanian man after his behavior raised suspicions. Traveling with only hand luggage, he was carrying a dried octopus and notebooks with strange drawings. Authorities immediately flagged the object as potentially linked to black magic. Although some practices in its country of origin involve traditional healing, the writings were not sacred and were deemed illegal in the United Arab Emirates. Authorities seized the items, including over 1,000 similar objects found last year, and confirmed that black magic paraphernalia is strictly prohibited. The passenger was deported to his country, and the confiscated items were destroyed. This is yet another reminder that Dubai enforces strict rules against anything deemed suspicious. After all this, it's difficult to look at a boarding pass in the same way. Is Denver Airport merely a place for connections or a chessboard for forces we can barely comprehend? The truth is that, between abandoned tunnels and passengers who seem to come from other dimensions, what we saw today is just the tip of the iceberg. What if these airports weren't just gateways to other cities, but portals to something much darker? If you've made it this far, it's because you're not satisfied with the official explanations. So, before you go, leave your like so that this kind of truth continues to come to light. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell. Here on the channel, curiosity never sleeps, and the next secret may be closer than you think. Thanks for watching, and be careful on your next flight. See you in the next mystery.